It's Regional Tournament Softball on KDAO.com. Tonight from Conrad, it's 12th rated BCLUW hosting Applington Parkersburg in a Class 2A regional quarterfinal game. The winner will play in the semifinals on Friday. BCLUW Tournament Softball is brought to you by the GNB Bank, GNB Insurance, Heart of Iowa Communications Cooperative, Anderson Funeral Home, Jensen Ford and Lincoln, and the Hardin County Savings Bank. And now, here's Andy Jennings.
Welcome back to Conrad. Sorry about that. Andy Jennings with you on KDAO.com as we are ready to get this one underway between the Comets and the Falcons. It'll be regional tournament softball here on KDAO.com. BCLUW will be the visitors in this game. So they will lead off. It'll be Sam Snyder to lead it off. She's the designated hitter tonight, or designated player for Leah Yantis, who is playing left field but not hitting here in this ball game. Snyder actually has not had a plate appearance according to Quick Stats, so we'll see what she has. Jersey Rostek on the mound for the Falcons, a 6-7 record, 8.33 earned run average. She's allowed 110 hits and 129 runs in 75 2/3 innings. Our game tonight being brought to you by Anderson Funeral Homes, Jensen Ford and Lincoln, and the Hardin County Savings Bank. Yantis will hit for the Comets. So Snyder is not hitting. So I guess it will be Yantis to lead it off. So change right off the bat, and that pitch will miss just a little in. And it's ball one. 1 ball, no strike. A little bit warm here in Conrad on this July 5th. And that's inside, and another ball. 2 balls and no strikes here on Yantis, who was supposed to be the designated hitter. There's an outside corner strike. And the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike on Yantis. The Comets again, the visitor. And that pitch will miss inside, another drop ball. And the count moves to 3-1, so Yantis way ahead. Leah on the season hitting .427, and she grounds this one off the pitcher's leg. It's loose, and she's going to beat it out for an infield hit. So Rostek had that go right off her leg, and the Comets are 1 for 1 with a base hit. And now a pinch runner. Looks like it's going to come in for Leah Yantis. We'll see who that is. That'll be number 1. That's Parker Skurr, who's going to come in to run. Not sure if she's a courtesy runner or the pinch runner. Well, she couldn't be the courtesy runner because of you have to be either pitcher or catcher to have the courtesy runner. So that'll bring up Jenna Willett, the lefty standing in. And Skurr over at first base. And Rostek, there's the throw down. Skurr runs, and she's in a second with a stolen base. Skurr with a stolen base. And BCLUW already with a runner in scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes. Rostek's pitch showing bunt is Willett, and that's up and out of the strike zone. 2 balls, no strikes. As Willett standing in from the left side. Rostek misses away again, and the count moves to 3 balls and no strikes. Nobody out for the Comets. Runner out on second. And that pitch will miss away, ball 4. So the walk for Willett, and that'll bring up Euban with runners on first and second. Already a good opportunity for BCLUW. Euban will stand in. He's hit 1 home run, 26 RBIs. Rostek's first pitch, that's on the outside corner for a strike. And the first hitter that Rostek has got ahead of. Sam batting .400. He's got Skur out at second. At first is Willett. She'll drop a bunt down the first baseline, and that'll roll foul. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes on Euban. Top of the first inning, scoreless between BCLUW and Appleton Parkersburg. Takes a couple of cuts. As Rostek delivers the pitch, and that'll miss just inside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yantis led off the game with a single, and then Skur pinch ran for her, and Euban a little chopper down the third baseline. That'll roll foul, and she'll stay alive, and will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Euban taking some cuts. This is a 2A Region 3 quarterfinal. The winner will get either South Hamilton or West Fork. There's a high fastball. It's popped up towards the dugout, and that's going to be on top of the third base dugout for BCLUW. As Euban is battling against Rostek, making her work. Rostek gave up the hit to the leadoff hitter Yantis, and then a walk to Skur, trying to get the first out of this first inning. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Skur's being waved around third. She's going to score. And into second base goes Euban, and that's an RBI. RBI single, advancing to second on the throw. Scoring is Skur. And down to second goes Euban, and it's 1-0 Comets. 3 batters into the ballgame. That'll bring up Jordan Beagley, batting .361, 38 RBIs, 12 extra base hits for Jordan. On deck for the Comets is Easton Swanson. 1-0 Comets. Again, they are the visitors here, so if you get a little confused that the visitors versus the home team, this is the top of the first inning with BCLUW hitting. Rostek the pitch. It's popped up towards the right side, over towards the dugout, and it's going to be unable to make the catch is Jenna Bruns. A good effort over there by Bruns, but just couldn't quite get over in time to get it. Now Beagley falls behind on the count. No balls, 1 strike. Huge crowd on hand. All kinds of lawn chairs out behind the fences. Popped up in the infield. That's going to be caught by the pitcher Rostek. And the first out of the game will be Jordan Beagley as she pops out to the pitcher. So 1 away here in the top of the first inning. 1-0 BCLUW. Runners on second and third. Down to third, Jenna Willett. At second is Sam Euban. Swanson shows bunt. She drops it down the first baseline. Runner coming to the plate. The throw is late. Gets away. Coming to the plate for the second run is Euban. Actually, the pinch runner was Cruz. And Kirsten Cruz comes in to score. The Willett scores, and Euban also scores. It'll be a fielder's choice. Don't know if that'll be an error or not. But Swanson will get an RBI, and an E3 will score Euban, and it's 3-0 Comets. 3-zip BCLUW. And a conference out at the mound for Appleton Parkersburg. Just 1 out here in the top of the first inning. 3-zip BCLUW already. A perfect bunt down the first baseline that time by Easton Swanson. She just put it out just short of the first baseman. Bruns came in, fielded it well, but the throw was just a little bit off, and the catcher Ellis couldn't quite come up with it. Look around the AP outfield. You have Sarah Gall in left field. Cannon DeGroot is the center fielder, and Carson DeGroot is in right field. In is Sarah Sharp, and that will be in there for a strike. Sharp takes a strike on the outside corner. A fastball from Rostek. Now coming back with another pitch. Ground ball towards the left side. That's by the shortstop Waller. And holding up is Swanson. Sharp will go to first. Swanson down to third on the single. And the Comets with runners on the corners, first and third, threatening to break this one open in the first inning. Hughes will stand in. Olivia's hit in 297, drove in 8. She shows bunt. It gets away, and it hit her. So it hits Hughes. And I couldn't see where it got her, but she's going down to first base, and now the base is loaded for the Comets with 1 out. That'll bring up Kate Jakey, a big opportunity for the number 8 hitter, Jakey. Rostek coming with the pitch, misses high with a fastball. And the 1 ball, no strikes. Jakey, a big opportunity. 273 hitter, she's driven in 10. Bases loaded, drives this one to center field. In is DeGroot, she'll make the catch. Runner coming to the plate, the throw is on line a little bit late. And in there to score is Swanson. And everyone will move up a base on the sacrifice fly by Kate Jakey. So an RBI for Jakey on the F8. Pretty good throw by DeGroot. And it's 4-0 Comets, and that'll bring up Lauren Anderson, the number 9 hitter. So Anderson with 2 more runners in scoring position. She takes high and away on the rise ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 4-0 BCLUW with the early lead. They got an RBI single from Euban. And now Anderson pops it up towards first, and Bruns will make the catch. And that's how the top of the first inning will come to an end. So 9 batters come to bat for the Comets. They get 4, and they lead 4-0 after a half an inning. You're listening to BCLUW Tournament Softball on KDAO.com.
KDAO Online brings you sports coverage from these Central Iowa schools. KDAO Online also brings you live and recorded coverage of local events, including parades, Marshalltown City Council meetings, and civic events like political forums and public meetings. To advertise on KDAO Online, call 641-752-4122. Bringing Central Iowa to the world, it's KDAO Online.
BCLUW gets 4 runs in the top of the first inning. And now Appling and Parkersburg will hit, trailing by that score of 4-0. Leading off for the Falcons will be Carson DeGroot. Following her will be Jenna Boring. And Maddie Waller will hit third. Sarah Gall is the left fielder. She'll bat. Jenna Bruns will hit cleanup. Excuse me. Sarah Gall will bat fifth. J.C. Ellis is the number 6 hitter. Jersey Rostek will hit 7th. Natalie Morris is batting 8th. And Canada Groot will hit in the number 9 spot. So for AP, leading off will be Carson DeGroot. DeGroot stands in from the right-hand side against Euban, and she throws the fastball right by her as DeGroot shows bunt. No balls, 1 strike against DeGroot. This year she's hitting .326. This AP lineup does have some good hitters. Euban coming right after with another rising fastball. This time she'll miss high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Euban doesn't walk a lot of batters, and she struck out a lot, 181. Showing bunt is DeGroot. Drops it down, fielded cleanly. Throw on to first by Sharp, and that's going to be in time to retire DeGroot. Good play by Sarah Sharp. She kind of hesitated there for a minute. Might have needed to wait for Beagley to get to the first base bag, but was able to throw a strong throw to first base to get DeGroot by about a half step. That'll bring up Jenna Boring. She's the top hitter for the Falcons, batting .436. She's got a home run and 15 RBIs, and she swings through a fastball for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike against Boring. Euban 17-4 on the year. 4-0 Comets here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll miss up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Comets playing in with Sharp at third base. Beagley also in a couple steps at first, and that'll miss high and inside, ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike against Boring. Jenna just a freshman. 2 balls, 1 strike. And she swings through an inside fastball and ahead of the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. You've been looking for her first strikeout. Retired the first hitter, DeGroot, on a bunt attempt. And now Euban, the 2 ball, 2 strike pitch threw the changeup away, and pretty good job by Boring to lay off that pitch after getting a lot of fastballs in. Euban tried to pitch her away and missed down. Good job by Boring to lay off the pitch. Infield set in the middle and right on the outside corner, and that's strike 3 called. Now Boring down on strikes and quickly 2 up, 2 down for the Falcons. That'll bring up Maddie Waller, the shortstop. She comes in at 4:09. Around the outfield for BCLUW, Leah Yantis in left field, Jenna Wilt the center fielder, and Olivia Hughes is the right fielder. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike to Waller. Now no balls, 1 strike on Maddie Waller, a junior. Takes away, this time a little bit too far away. And the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Waller looking to keep the inning alive, and she swings through a high fastball. You've been really bringing the heat here in this first inning. See if she tries what she did to Boring, where she was throwing inside with that fastball and then tried to drop a changeup. Instead, it's fouled straight back by Waller. Good contact on that pitch. If Euban stays with the fastball, sometimes if you get the hitter to elevate, swing at that high fastball, you keep throwing it because they keep swinging at it. Here's the pitch from Euban. That's what she tried, and she'll miss up, and Waller will lay off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 4-0, Comets with an early lead. Euban's pitch, she struck him out as Waller goes down swinging, and a quick 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. 4-0 Comets as we head to the top of the second. It'll be the leadoff hitter, Leah Yantis, leading it off. I'm Andy Jennings. You're listening to BCLUW Tournament Softball on KDAO.com.
Working together with you, Harding County Savings Bank.
To achieve success in any sport takes hard work, dedication, and determination. The same is true for achieving your financial goals. The first play in your financial game plan should be a visit with the staff at the Hardin County Savings Bank in Eldora and Union. They are committed to helping their customers develop a winning strategy for their financial future. Be a winner by banking at HCSB. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the BCLUW High School Softball Complex. Andy Jennings with you on KDAO.com. The Comets in the lead 4-0 as we start to the top of the second inning. 4-zip, BCLUW on top of Appleton Parkersburg. It was a good first inning as Yantis led off with a single. And Yantis will bat once again to lead it off. It'll be Leah Yantis, Jenna Willett, and Sam Euban. There was a change. We thought Sam Snyder was going to be the designated player, but in the end, BCLUW decided to go with Yantis at the top of the order. Maybe there was something we didn't know about that they were able to do. And Yantis slashes one to the right center field gap. That's going to the fence. She's on her way to second and in there with a double. So Yantis with a leadoff double. First pitch just hammers it to the right center field gap, and she's 2 for 2 on the night. That'll bring up Jenna Willett. She walked her first time. And looks like Leah Yantis is the courtesy runner player here because Skur has come in to run again. So Skur must be courtesy running for Leah Yantis is what I can only figure out because usually you can only pinch run once, but since she's the courtesy runner, Yantis must be the designated player for the courtesy runner here at BCLUW tonight. So Willett, after a slashing double, shows bunt. It gets away. Yantis going down to third, and that's actually Skur down to third, excuse me. And Skur's able to get there easily. As it just got away from Ellis, just enough. And now with a runner on third base and nobody out. See if Willett drops a bunt down. She does. It's not far enough away. Willett beats it out. Skur coming to the plate, and she'll score. Willett's now headed for second base and in there with a slide. So Skur scores. Willett drops the bunt down. That's going to be a single for Willett. It was an excellent job base running by Skur. She waited really long, waited for the third baseman, Boring, to throw to first, and then once the throw was released, she broke for home and made it. Euban, hard ground ball through Boring. That's down the third baseline and into the corner. Euban's heading for second. In to score is Willett. And a double for Euban. And another RBI as a pinch runner is coming in. That'll be number 7. As Willett scores, Kirsten Cruz in to pinch run. That'll bring up Jordan Beagley. She popped out to the pitcher Rostek her first time. 6-0 Comets here in the second. A big lead from Cruz. And now she's going to go to third base. So Cruz takes third. A strange play there. It was a delayed steal. She got a big jump. And the catcher, Ellis, didn't look her back to the bag. She was about, 4 or 5 feet off second base and then decided to go. And that'll miss down. And 2 balls, no strikes. As Ellis thought that the runner, Cruz, would go back to second base. Instead, she took third. And launched to left field on the run. Making the catch is Gall. Nice play. Long throw to the plate is going to be offline. But a good catch by Gall. Sacrifice fly for Beagley. And it's 7-0 Comets. That's what you got to do. You get that runner on third, less than 2 outs. You get the run in, and that's exactly what Jordan Beagley does. And now the base is cleared as Easton Swanson will step in. She reached on that fielder's choice on the bunt to get the RBI. Now she swings. Ground ball to second. Off the glove of Morris, and not going to have a chance to make the throw. That'll be an E4 on Morris. And that'll bring up Sharp as it was a ground ball. Looked like a pretty routine ground ball there. The right side just got off the glove. Now Sarah Sharp will bat. She's already got a single in the first inning. There's a ground ball up the middle past the diving Waller into center field. There's another hit for the Comets. And Sharp now 2 for 2. Down to second base goes Easton Swanson. 7-0 Comets, just the top of the second inning as Olivia Hughes will bat. She was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Our game tonight being brought to you by GMB Bank and Heart of Iowa Communications Cooperative. Rostek's pitch is popped up. She's under it, and she'll make the catch just in front of the mound or the circle. And that's 2 away for BCLUW. So 2 outs for the Comets as Jakey will hit. The last inning, BCLUW batted all 9 players, with Anderson getting the final out, and it'll pop out to first. Jakey takes up high. Runners on first and second. Swanson reached on the air, and Sharp with a single right back through the box. Jakey will take just a little bit up, and the count's in her favor. 2 balls, no strikes. Beautiful night for softball. A little bit hot, but a big crowd on hand. That'll hit the outside corner for a strike. And Rostek needed that pitch. She's thrown a lot of pitches here in these first couple innings. The BCLUW's got a lot of hits so far as well. Rostek coming with the windup, and able to get it a little bit by Jakey. She got a piece of it, but not a lot. And the count moves to 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Sharp from first. Swanson at second. And Rostad coming with the 2-2 delivery. That's in the dirt. Both runners will advance on the wild pitch. Down to third goes Swanson. To second will go Sharp. And now two more runners in scoring position for Kate Jakey. A base hit could score two more with Sharp's speed out there. She takes inside, ball four. So the walk by Jakey. And that'll bring up Lauren Anderson, the number 9 hitter. And now a pinch runner will come in for the catcher, Jakey. And that'll be number 8. Lizzie Garber, just an 8th grader. Bases loaded for Lauren Anderson, a chance to really do some damage. Anderson, a 246 hitter. She's driven in 12. The umpire making sure things are set. And here's the pitch. That's going to miss in for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Anderson, the second baseman, already a 7-0 BCLUW lead. Big hit here could really break this thing open. It's a little shot down the right center field. That's going to fall for a hit. 2 runs are going to score. Anderson will go to second. Ball gets away. Play coming to the plate. The slide, and she's saved. As scoring from first base is Jakey. Or that's actually Garber. No, 3 runs will score. It'll be a 2-run double for Anderson. And she'll end up on third with the air. And it's 10-zip BCLUW here in the top of the second. And that'll bring up Yantis. She's already singled and doubled. She does have home run power. She's hit 7 home runs on the year. And she drives this one towards the left side. That's through for a base hit and another single for Yantis. And another RBI for BCLUW. Anderson scores as the Comets doing what you have to do in these types of games. You can't overlook anybody, and BCLUW not overlooking AP here tonight. Another pinch runner will come in. That'll be number 5. That's Kaylee Jakey, who will come in to run. They'll will it back at the plate. Just the second inning, third at bat for Willett. Yantis is 3 for 3 with a single, a double, and another single. The umpire getting the changes. The infield is in on Willett. She's a good bunter. And she'll stand in from the left side. She drops that bunt down the third baseline. It's going to be a pretty tough play. She shows it. Charging in, it was the third baseman, Boring. Misses away with the ball. 1 ball, no strikes. BCLUW with 4 runs in the first inning and 7 more. Willett's, the throw is going to be just in time as Boring able to get Willett. And that will end this second inning as Boring is able to get the out and end the second inning. But a 7-run inning for BCLUW. They'll take an 11-0 lead to the bottom of the second. It'll be Jenna Brunn, Sarah Gall, and J.C. Ellis coming up for the Falcons. I'm Andy Jennings. You're listening to Tournament Softball on KDAO.com.
What is on your side? You have a side that is retired, playing tag and getting tired. A side that owns your own store. Looks like you need to explain some more. That's why there's Nationwide. They help protect and grow your many sides. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
For all your many sides, there's Nationwide. Call GNB Insurance in Grundy Center at 319-825-5295 today.
BCLUW jumping all over Appleton and Parkersburg after 1.5 innings, leading 11-0. We can report West Marshall on top of Creston, 2-0 after 3 innings in State Center. That game going on Soft Rock 99.5 with Chuck Carpenter. So he's over in State Center. Here, BCLUW with an 11-0 lead. It'll be Jenna Bruns leading it off for the Falcons. Bruns is one of the top hitters for the Falcons, hitting .356 on the year. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 batters for the Falcons, as we will try and get scores from South Hamilton as well, as they're playing West Fork. That's who the winner of this game will get, is either South Hamilton or West Fork, which will be Friday night back in Conrad. Here, BCLUW with an 11-0 lead over AP. Bruns takes high and up, high and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And Bruns standing in for the Falcons. Takes high again, so ahead in the count at 2 balls, no strikes. And Bruns has 7 doubles and 9 RBIs, and that'll be a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike on Bruns. He's had 16 hits, and that's in there for a strike. So quickly behind, 2 balls, no strikes, and now Euban evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coming with the pitch, there's a changeup away. And AP has had that well scouted because they've laid off that pitch. Might be just Euban getting it a little too far out. You might want to make that look more like a strike and then go away. And there's a fastball, just blew it by her. And that's a strikeout, and the 3rd strikeout of the game for Euban. So 4 up, 4 down for the Falcons, and that'll bring up Sarah Gall. Gall is a .378 hitter, .425 on base percentage. He has hit 2 home runs. The freshman has some power. She'll take inside with a fastball. And AP just trying to get a little momentum going back their way after BCLUW has jumped all over them here in these first 2 innings. A 4-run first, a 7-run second. That ball's fouled straight back. And the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Euban looking for the sign, just the bottom of the 2nd inning. That'll miss down and away. 2 balls and a strike, trying that changeup on the outer half. And AP has done a nice job laying off that pitch here. Gall does have some power. And she takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. When Euban's hitting that spot, it's almost impossible to hit her. And she's got that outside corner pitch working. Sometimes that fastball location is so important. You miss up in the zone, it can be hit, but you hit your spots, and just like that, a high fastball inside. And Gall down on strikes. It was a rising fastball on the inner half of the plate. And the 4th strikeout for Euban, and that'll bring up J.C. Ellis. Ellis, a .395 hitter, just a freshman, and she gets a piece of this one and fouls it straight back into the fence. And a no ball, 1 strike count on Ellis. Euban has looked really good here in this first frame, and now a half a frame almost. Well, just a half frame because you pitched the bottom of the 1st. There's a ground ball. It's chopped towards the right side. And now the count is well in Euban's favor at no balls, 2 strikes. Ellis trying to keep AP alive here in the second inning. And here comes the pitch from Euban. That'll stay low. Jakey able to block it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. When you're way ahead like this, you can kind of play with the hitter. Throw some pitches out of the strike zone, see if you can get Ellis to chase. Instead, Ellis right on it, hit it straight back to the backstop. He's got a pretty good timing of Euban. See if Euban tries to drop that changeup again on the outer half. It hasn't worked for a strikeout yet, but it has set up that rise ball. Instead comes at her. The ground ball, it's actually a little bloop, and Lauren Anderson's able to make the catch. A good play by Anderson. And that's 3 up, 3 down for the Falcons. As we will head in to the top of the third inning. BCLUW all over AP, 11-0. I'm Andy Jennings. You're listening to Tournament Softball on KDAO.com.
At GNB Insurance, you can get the coverage you know you need now from people you know will be there for you when you need them most. We grow trust locally and provide local service at its best. Whatever the far-off future holds, we'll always be nearby. Trust in tomorrow. Contact GNB Insurance, your local Grinnell Mutual agency, at 319-825-5295 today. Trust in tomorrow is property of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company. GNB Insurance, with locations in Grundy Center, Ackley, Conrad, Iowa Falls, and Marshalltown. Visit us online at gnbinsurance.com.
BCLUW leading Appleton and Parkersburg 11-0 here as we start the top of the third inning. The Comets jumping all over AP. In the first inning they scored 4, and the second inning they scored 7. So 11-0 BCLUW after 2 here in Conrad. So it'll be Euban to lead it off. She's already doubled and singled, and she's drove in 2 runs. Euban will hit. It'll be Euban, Beagley, and Swanson for the Comets. Rostek back to the mound for the Falcons, and she'll hit the outside corner for a strike. $11-0 here, as the Comets have come right out. Sometimes you wonder if a team has not that AP has a bad record, but a game that BCLUW is supposed to win, and how focused they'll be as Euban lines one into left field. That'll drop in front of the left fielder. And that's her third hit of the night, as she singled twice and now a double. Or she's singled, doubled, and now a single. As a runner will come in. That'll be Cruz. Kirsten Cruz back in. So there's 2 courtesy runners for BCLUW. As Cruz and Skur have both courtesy ran. Skur has ran for Yantis, and Cruz has been running for Euban. And going for second base, and in there with a slide at second is Cruz. She steals second base. That was a strike. And no ball, 1 strike on Jordan Beagley. He's had a sac fly and popped out to first, or to the pitcher. That one's going to roll away from Ellis, and down to third base goes Cruz. And now a runner on third base with nobody out. 1 ball, 1 strike count here on Beagley. He had a sac flyer last time up. And she grounds this one off the pitcher Rostek, and it kicks away around the second baseman. And that's going to be a single for Beagley. And a run will score as Cruz will score. And it's 12-0 BCLUW. As that'll bring up Easton Swanson as Rostek. They're trying to see if she's okay. As that one looked like that hurt. That was a hard ground ball right up the middle. Got her right in the foot, and it ricocheted off her foot right around the second baseman, Natalie Morris. It went towards the first base bag after it ricocheted off her leg. And now Rostek is being checked on. Looks like she is going to be able to stay in the game. As she gets a nice round of applause from the fans here. At first base is Jordan Beagley. That's her first time getting on base. She does have the sacrifice fly, but that's her first base hit of the night. It was a sacrifice fly to left field that she hit. Now standing in will be Easton Swanson. She's reached on an error and also reached on the fielder's choice. He dropped a beautiful bunt down the first baseline in the first inning. And she'll take down for ball one. A 1 ball, no strikes. As Swanson trying to get her first hit of the game, but she has been on base twice. And she scored 2 runs. Pops it up towards the right side. That's going to be out of play. Actually, it is going to stay in play. But unable to get there is the right fielder, Carson DeGroot. It was a long run. It was almost just barely out into the outfield. Just couldn't quite get out there. That's when the first baseman might have a better shot, but really in no man's land. Here's a fastball away. 2 balls, 1 strike on Easton Swanson. There's the Comets with nobody out here in the top of the third. Line drive, kind of a bloop shot, a little Texas leaguer right over Maddie Waller for a base hit. And down to second base goes Beagley. So back-to-back hits by BCLUW for Beagley and Swanson. Actually, that's 3 straight hits because Euban led off the inning with a hit. And that'll bring up Sarah Sharp. She singled twice, also scored a run. And this pitch is going to stay away. This time Ellis a better job looking the runner back to second base because BCLUW took an extra base in the first or second inning. There's a line drive back up the middle. That's another hit for Sharp. Coming around third and scoring is Jordan Beagley. Staying at second is Swanson. And that's 4 straight hits for the Comets. And a 13-0 BCLUW lead. And that'll bring up Olivia Hughes. As BCLUW has just been all over Rostek. Rostek she's done a nice job throwing strikes. She's just a freshman, so kind of a tough team to be thrown to here. She is the top pitcher for AP. She has thrown strikes. It hasn't been a walk fest, and you like that. That's going to drop in between the pitcher and catcher. Ellis is going to have an easy run out at third, as that's going to be, well, no, it's going to be an infield fly, because the bases were covered on first and second. So now Swanson was never tagged, so she can go to third. Because the play, you thought it was going to be caught. It was just a little flare between the catcher and pitcher. They called an infield fly, so the runner is out. So Olivia Hughes is out. And that's the first out of the inning. Both runners will advance. Swanson to third, Sharp to second. That'll bring up Kate Jakey. 1 out here in the top of the third inning, BCLUW. And now AP's coach, Carrie Rostek, wants an explanation. Or Charity Rostek, excuse me. And it's a tough rule there because the runners, whenever you have runners covering first and second, that's where the infield fly. And there's another line shot back through the box. Base hit by Jakey. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's going to be a little bit late as it's high. And another run in to score as Jakey laces a line drive back through the box. She'll go to second on the throw. 2-run score. And now a pinch hitter for Lauren Anderson, as Macy Cook will hit. So Cook will bat 15-0 BCLUW. As Rostek comes to the plate and throws the first one by her. So Cook pinch hitting for Anderson. And the pitch from Rostek, it's a soft ground ball. Nice play by Rostek. She was able to maneuver her glove down and field that ball and get the second out of the inning. BCLUW scored 4 runs in the first, 7 in the second. And now 4 more here in the third. Now Leah Yantis will hit. As BCLUW in control of this game here tonight. They've been red hot after going in to State Center on Monday night, winning the conference title. Very impressive win there. We do have a couple scores to report. Linville Sully leading Colonesco 3-2. That's in the top of the third inning. Looking for South Hamilton, not seeing much yet. But we will keep our eye on the South Hamilton Westford game. That's the winner the winner of that game will get the winner of this one. As Yantis takes low for ball 1. Leah's already 3 for 3. And 2 balls, no strikes. She's trying to get her 4th hit of the game. She's doubled and singled twice. Rostek coming to the plate. It's a ground ball towards short. It hits off Waller's cleat and kicks into left field. And that'll be another run for the Comets as Jakey scores. And now Willett will bat, and another runner. This time number 5 will run. That's Jakey. Kaylee Jakey, the junior, will run at first base for Leah Yantis. Kate Jakey scores. Kaylee Jakey runs. And now Jenna Willett will hit. BCLUW does a lot of pinch running. And they've been doing everything here tonight. And that pitch low, but a nice stop by Ellis. Looked like it was going to be a wild pitch, allow the runner to go down to second. Instead, nobody was able to move. Jakey wasn't able to move because of a good stop by Ellis. It's a bunt, and that's a fair ball. A nice play by Ellis as she hopped out to make that play and throws out Willett. And that will end at the top of the third inning. 16-0, BCLUW on top of Appleton Parkersburg. We'll take a break. I'm Andy Jennings. You're listening to Tournament Softball on KDAO.com.
It's so easy at Jensen Ford. It's so easy to buy a car. It's easy to drive what you want. It's so easy to get the deal that you want. It's easy to get service your way. Come on in and see us today. It's so easy at Jensen Ford. It's so easy to buy a car.
Welcome back to the BCLUW High School Softball Complex. Comets in control, leading 16-0. And Appleton Parkersburg is going to have to score at least, I think, 5 runs to keep this game going, as it would be a 12-run rule after 3. And it's 16-0 here. Might be 15 after 3. Those some of those run rules get me mixed up because playing baseball all my life, I get confused on some of the softball rules. I'm pretty sure it's 12 for 3. So that'll bring up Jersey Rostek with her first at bat. Euban has mowed him down here. She struck out 4 as BCLUW has continued to hit the ball extremely hard and put runs on the board. So Rostick will bat for AP to lead this off. Looks like it's starting to maybe cool down a little bit. You can kind of feel a little breeze coming out. I think the people that are outside probably hoping that's the case. Maybe a breeze starting to come in. It's getting a little bit later in the night, as that's a high and away ball. Just a beautiful complex out here for BCLUW, and if it does turn out to be the Comets and South Hamilton, it should be quite the ball game on Friday night. That'll miss high. Those two teams met earlier this season. Actually, it was the second game of the year, and South Hamilton won that game 2-1. We don't have a score. Good swing by Rostek as she drives it foul down the right side, well out of play. 3 balls and 1 strike. Our game tonight being brought to you by GMB Insurance, Anderson Funeral Homes, and Jensen Ford and Lincoln. That's in there for a strike. The count moves to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's only been a couple of 3-ball counts, actually 3 3-ball counts for Euban. She struck out all 3 so far, and that will miss inside, ball 4. So the first runner for AP will be a walk by Jersey Rostek. Well, Rostek is on. And we can report South Hamilton leading West Fork through 4 innings, 9-1 in that game. That is who will play either BCLUW or AP. Well, South Hamilton on top of West Fork 9-1 through 4 innings. Haven't gotten anything from Chuck lately on West Marshall. Well, that's the only score I have for you. 16-0 BCLUW here. As Rostek down at first base. Actually looks like might be a courtesy runner. There's a blooper, nearly a good catch by a fan. Just got over his head. And Maddie Waller's actually the runner down at second base. I must not be able to see the full number. That's McKenna Brower who's running. I think that's 18. That is McKenna Brower who's running. 1 ball, 1 strike on Natalie Morris. AP with their first base runner on the walk. That'll miss high. And also Lauren Anderson has come in to pitch. The Euban has gone to second base. Lauren Anderson on the mound. That ball's popped up, a little flare into center. It's going to drop, but the runner is not going to be able to get to second base in time. And Brower is out at second base on an 8-4 putout. So instead of the first hit for AP, as Morris just kind of blooped it into center field right in front of Willett. It was just far enough past second base, but Willett smartly got it back in as Brower was holding on first base. They couldn't get a good read on it. Now throw down to first, and it's going to be done in time. 1 ball, no strikes. Anderson coming in for BCLUW. She's pitched. She's made 10 starts. She's 10-4. As the count moves to 1 ball, 1 strike. Lauren is 10-4, 76 and a third innings. 69 hits, 51 runs, only 28 earned runs, 2.57 earned run average, 55 strikeouts, 18 walks. And that will be low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strikes. Or 2 balls and a strike. 16-0 BCLUW. As Anderson coming to the plate, it's a bunt. Fielded well by Sharp, fires to first, and out is DeGroot. Sharp played that perfectly. She came in, rushed it, didn't rush it, and was able to make a perfect throw to Beagley and get out to Groot. So Carson DeGroot will hit for the second time. And she needs a hit here for AP to try and keep this game alive. She grounded out to third her first time and swings through an inside fastball. So Anderson throws the first pitch by her. No balls and a strike. 2 away here in the third inning. BCLUW, the visitors here. AP, the home team. And that ball gets away on the changeup. Runner goes down to third. That's Morris. And 1 ball, 1 strike. The Comets just need 1 out to move into Friday's semifinal. And there's a good pitch on the outer half. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 strike away is Lauren Anderson. Euban pitched the first 2 innings. Now Anderson here for the final inning. And the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be a changeup. Gets away, but it hit the umpire. And that's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looked like that was going to kick away. Maybe a little bit of a break there for BCLUW. And now the 2 ball, 2 strike count. 2 outs here in the inning. Hits the outside corner for strike 3. And that'll wrap up the ball game as BCLUW takes care of Appleton Parkersburg 16-0 in just 3 innings. As the Comets all over AP here tonight. A well-played game by BCLUW, and now they'll wait either South Hamilton or West Fork. Our last score on that game was South Hamilton leading that by the score of 9-1. We will take a break, then come back and wrap this one up for you. BCLUW takes care of Appleton Parkersburg in 3 innings, 16-0. I'm Andy Jennings. You're listening to BCLUW Tournament Softball on KDAO.com.
Anderson Funeral Homes congratulates the BCLUW softball team and wishes them the best as they compete in the tournaments. To be a successful team takes hard work, dedication, and loyalty. Anderson Funeral Homes takes pride in serving the needs of families throughout central Iowa with dedication and loyalty. It is this commitment to service that drives them daily to provide the best possible service to area families in time of need. Anderson Funeral Homes, family owned in Conrad, Gladbrook, and Marshalltown.
G&B Bank recognizes the responsibility to improve the quality of life and strengthen the economy in the towns where they do business. G&B Bank is committed to their local communities, offering quality and convenient banking services to their customers, monetary support for area projects, and volunteer efforts of their employees. Connect with a strong employee and locally owned financial partner. G&B Bank's experienced financial team is here to help you achieve your financial dreams. G&B Bank in Ackley, Conrad, Geneva, Grundy Center, Iowa Falls, Manchester, Marshalltown, and Story City. Member FDIC.
KDAO Online brings you sports coverage from these Central Iowa schools. KDAO Online also brings you live and recorded coverage of local events, including parades, Marshalltown City Council meetings, and civic events like political forums and public meetings. To advertise on KDAO Online, call 641-752-4122. Bringing Central Iowa to the world, it's KDAO Online.
Welcome back to the BCLUW High School Softball Complex. Andy Jennings with you on KDAO.com. Wrapping this one up from Conrad, all BCLUW as they take care of Appleton Parkersburg 16-0 in just 3 innings. Lots of hits for the Comets. They get 4 runs in the first inning, 7 in the second, and 5 more in the third as they run away with this one. Beating up on the Falcons by the score of 16-0. So the Comets will move into the semifinal on Friday night, a game we will have for you here on KDAO.com as BCLUW will look to get into the game, the regional final, which would be on Monday night. But that should be a good one. The semifinal, if it is South Hamilton, who was in control of their game. South Hamilton and BCLUW should be a good one on Friday night. So let's run through some of the box score for you. For Leah Yantis, she was 3 for 3 with, well, actually 4 for 4. As she reached base all 4 times, 3 singles and a double. Jenna Willett walked, singled, grounded out to third, and grounded out to the pitcher. Sam Euban was 3 for 3 with a single, a double, with 2 singles and a double. She also drove in a run. Jordan Beagley drove in 2 with a single. She also had a sacrifice fly to left field. Easton Swanson had an RBI. She scored 3 runs and had a single. Sarah Sharp was 3 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs. Olivia Hughes reached base on a hit by pitch. She also popped out on an infield fly and popped out to the pitcher. Kate Jakey had a 2-run single, also an RBI sac fly, so she drove in 3 and scored 2 runs. Lauren Anderson had a double and scored a run, and Macy Cook also hit at the end for Anderson, and she grounded out to the pitcher on a 1-3 putout. For AP, they did not get a hit in the ballgame. They actually did, but a fielder's choice cost them a hit. A single by Natalie Morris was going to be a hit, but a fielder's choice instead, as Jenna Willett threw out the runner at second base that was on first. So no hits for AP here tonight off Comet pitching. Sam Euban threw 2 innings, striking out 4. So 4 strikeouts for Euban in 2 innings without allowing a run or a hit. He also walked nobody. For Lauren Anderson, she pitched 1 inning. She allowed the 1 base runner. She pitched just the 1 inning. She struck out 1. And she gave up. She did not give up a hit. She did give up the walk. So just the 1 walk is the only base runner for AP here tonight, as BCLUW takes care of Appleton and Parkersburg in front of the home fans as they win it 16-0. Impressive win for BCLUW right from the start. They came out very focused, had 3 hits in the first inning, 4 hits in the second, and 6 hits in the third inning. So 13 hits from unofficially is what I have them for, and a lot of RBIs. And when you get those chances to score runs, especially with runners on second and third, BCLUW really took advantage of that early in the ball game and put this one away quite quickly for BCLUW, as they, once you got the 4 in the first inning, then the 7-run second inning, really put AP behind the 8 ball. After 5 innings, we can report South Hamilton leading West Fork 9-1. So it is looking like, barring a West Fork comeback, it will be BCLUW and South Hamilton. That'll be the number 12 rated Comets versus the number 13 rated South Hamilton. I believe the Hawks on Friday night is what we expected to happen. We'll take one last break and then come back with the final score and more for you on KDAO.com.
Working together with you, Harding County Savings Bank.
To achieve success in any sport takes hard work, dedication, and determination. The same is true for achieving your financial goals. The first play in your financial game plan should be a visit with the staff at the Hardin County Savings Bank in Eldora and Union. They are committed to helping their customers develop a winning strategy for their financial future. Be a winner by banking at HCSB. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When you have computer problems, it's not only frustrating, but it wastes your valuable time. So the next time you have problems with your computer, let the professionals at Heart of Iowa Ventures Computer Sales and Service help you get back up and running in no time. Just call 641-486-2211. They offer a wide range of computer services, from virus removal to new computer sales. That's Heart of Iowa Ventures Computer Sales and Service. We make technology work for you.
Nationwide is on your side. You have a side that is retired, playing tag and getting tired. A side that owns your own store. Looks like you need to expand some more. That's why there's a Nationwide to help protect and grow your many sides. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
For all your many sides, there's Nationwide. Call GNB Insurance in Grundy Center at 319-825-5295 today.
Welcome back to the BCLUW High School Softball Complex one final time as the Comets get the win here tonight over Appleton Parkersburg 16-0. They will now move in to the semifinal on Friday night, where they'll meet either South Hamilton or West Fork. At last report, South Hamilton leading that ball game by the score of 9-1. So be sure to tune into that. That will be our next broadcast here on KDAO.com, as I'll be coming to you from Conrad at approximately 6:50 here from Conrad for BCLUW Tournament Softball. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's ball game. The GMB Bank. Had all my papers thrown everywhere. Here we go. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's ball game. The GMB Bank, Heart of Iowa Communications Cooperative, GNB Insurance, Anderson Funeral Homes, Jensen Ford and Lincoln, and the Hardin County Savings Bank. Also want to thank Ryan Wywood, our graphics guy, back at the studio, and you for tuning in to tonight's ball game. BCLUW advances to the semifinals Friday night. That will be our next broadcast right here on KDAO.com. I'll take the air with pregame coverage at approximately 6:50. I'm Andy Jennings saying good night from Conrad on KDAO.com.
We hope you've enjoyed our coverage of BCLUW Tournament Softball on KDAO.com. This broadcast was made possible by the GNB Bank, GNB Insurance, Heart of Iowa Communications Cooperative, Anderson Funeral Home, Jensen Ford and Lincoln, and the Hardin County Savings Bank. Tune to Soft Rock 99.5 KDAO-FM for our upcoming baseball and softball schedule. This has been a special sports presentation of KDAO.com.